Proud to serve northeastern and central Pennsylvania. This is WNEP TV 16, the news station. Now, Nolan Johannes, Karen Harch, Jack Ruland in Skycam 16, meteorologist Tom Clark with his backyard forecast, and Tim Carlson Sports. This is Newswatch 16.
Good evening. The power of the human mind was making things jump in West Pittston today.
And it all happened just a few blocks away from the Smurl home, where there have been reports of demons. Today, the amazing Kreskin put on a demonstration in an attempt to prove unusual things can happen without ghosts. He put on a show for a room full of reporters, including Newswatch 16's Valerie Devine.
He calls himself the world's most famous mentalist, and today in West Pittston, the amazing Kreskin tried to show how the power of the mind can make things happen.
I'm going to stand perfectly still. There you are, my friends.
The amazing Kreskin asked to come to this 102-year-old Victorian house because it is not haunted. It's owned by a lawyer and his family. They watched as Kreskin demonstrated how easy it is to make a table and glasses move. This is what happened.
I want all of you now to think of the most violent thought you can imagine.
Oh!
That's it, folks.
Kreskin says he isn't here in West Pittston to make fun of the Smurl family or the hauntings they claim have gone on in their home, but he feels there are other explanations for strange occurrences other than ghosts.
But I wanted to show that individuals who are frightened, confused, and don't know the source of the phenomena can easily misconstrue what's going on.
Now, Kreskin says the reason why he came to this house on Exeter Avenue was to act as an impartial observer, to offer an alternative to ghostly hauntings. Tonight, here in West Pittston, everything's quiet, and Kreskin says he hopes for everyone's sake it stays that way. Valerie Devine, Newswatch 16, live with the Instacam in West Pittston. Karen?
Thank you, Valerie. And late this afternoon, Valerie had a chance to talk with the Smurls at their home in West Pittston. They say things are all quiet at the Chase Street home, and it's been that way for 2.5 weeks. The Smurls say they've had no problems with alleged demons, and they're thanking their faith and prayers from others for the peace and quiet.
It's nice to go to bed at night and not to be afraid. And not to go up and crawl into bed and have to say, I have to be on guard. And if for every little noise you hear, jump up and run. And thank God we have not had that.
The Smurls say by going public with their story, they've received the help they needed. And at this point, the West Pittston family members say they're not interested in selling the rights to their story.
And when Newswatch 16 continues, we'll tell you about a Luzerne County couple who got fed up with excuses.
So they turned to Action 16 to have their troubles washed away.
No more excuses for spots.
Spots?
The kids probably unloaded the dishwasher.
I think she borrowed them.
Louise.
I air-dried these dishes.
No more excuses for spots with new improved Cascade. Under tough conditions like air drying, other leading brands can leave spots. Cascade's advanced sheeting action leaves dishes virtually spotless. Let's start over with Cascade.
Beautiful.
Everything looks wonderful.
Even when you air dry, there's no excuse for spots with new improved Cascade.
Get more for your money with the Bonanza Bonus Meal. Right now at your nearby Bonanza family restaurant, a free 6-piece fried shrimp side order is yours when you order the giant ribeye dinner, the tangy chicken Monterey dinner, the hearty porterhouse steak dinner, or the savory fish dinner. And dinner at Bonanza always includes the Fresh-Tastics food bar, our all-you-can-eat salad bar with free soft-serve dessert. Come in soon for the Bonanza Bonus Meal and enjoy a 6-piece side order of shrimp free with your dinner.
A Luzerne County homeowner says he's fed up putting up with dirty siding on his home and excuses for the problem.
So Jerry Gartenberg and Action 16 got involved. Jerry's in his office now to tell us how he helped. Jerry?
Well, Karen, you might think people with dirty siding wouldn't need my help. They could just wash their troubles away. Not so for the Vosts of Wilkes-Barre.
All this dirt, this filth, it really is disgusting.
John and Isabel Vost say it's disgusting and upsetting they've been forced to live with dirt on their siding the past 3 years. And the Luzerne County couple say their cleanup efforts have done little good. If you want to understand why the Vosts have dirty siding, you don't have to walk very far. County officials say the dirty siding is caused by all the renovation work that's gone on at the Luzerne County Prison for the past few years, a prison that practically sits in the couple's backyard. County officials promised me as soon as the construction work was finished, they'd have their contractor clean the Vost siding.
It's the very least that they could do. Until they do it, I will never believe it until they're here and do the work.
Well, today the contractor's people were out in full force at the Vosts, hosing and wiping the dirt away.
I felt that the possibility of the dirty siding that we now see was our responsibility. And we're here to take care of what's our responsibility.
Nothing would have been done to the house unless you had intervened.
County officials disagree with that. They didn't want to talk with me on camera, but said it was necessary to wait till all the construction work ended. Otherwise, the Vosts would have ended up with the same dirty problem. Well, any way you look at it, folks, the Vosts are very happy with the way things turned out, and so am I. And if you are looking for a happy ending to your consumer problem, don't give up. Fight back by sending your letter to me right here at Action 16. That's at Box 16, Avoca, Pennsylvania. The zip is 18641. Nolan, Karen?
Okay, Jerry, thank you. The first transatlantic jet flight ever from the Wilkes-Barre-Scranton Airport is scheduled to leave the last week in March. That's the first result of a brand new extension, the airport's runway, that was dedicated in ceremonies today. 4 million tons of fill had to be put in place for the 1,000-foot runway extension job. The project cost almost $13 million. And now it means that jets can carry more passengers and take on more fuel in order to go longer distances. The transatlantic flight next March is scheduled as a special charter to Dublin, Ireland. Final arrangements still have to be confirmed.
The candidates running in political races are into the home stretch with the 86th vote less than a week away. Tonight, Newswatch 16's Bob Reynolds follows the campaign trail to Harrisburg, home of the governor's mansion, a house where Democrat Bob Casey hopes to live.
Brass band, dancing in the aisles, and even some bright banners. These are just some of the ingredients which got supporters of Bob Casey charged up, and that was even before Casey walked into the Capitol Rotunda. Bob Casey is confident that he'll be elected governor because he believes people want a change and more job opportunity, something Casey says Pennsylvanians don't have now, but will under his leadership. Even your license plates may change under Bob Casey.
We're going to put a new slogan on those license plates, and it's very simply going to say, "You've got a job in Pennsylvania." That's what it's all about.
I like everything I hear about Bob Casey, and I like what he says about what he's going to do with this Commonwealth.
You can feel that Casey's going to make it. You can feel Bob Inger's going to make it. It's just that it seems like the Democrats are really getting along.
There's no doubt that there's a lot of enthusiasm here, but Bob Casey supporters know that that type of electricity is going to have to turn into votes if he's to be the next governor on Election Day. Bob Reynolds, Newswatch 16, Harrisburg.
And the Weather Watch is next with Tom Clark.
And it sure felt like spring out there today.
Wasn't it nice?
Oh,
beautiful.
gorgeous.
Close to 70, but I wish I could say it was going to last. It won't, folks. I'll be back to show you how the jet stream is going to affect us this coming weekend. You're watching Newswatch 16 on WNEP TV. We are proud to serve Ulster and all of Bradford County.
It's coming. Winter. Cold drafts. Goose pimples. Icy fingers invading your cozy home.
Unless you use the new 3M Outdoor Window Insulator Kit. Easy to apply, guaranteed to stay up all winter. And just as clear as the 3M Indoor Kit.
Shut winter out in the cold this year. Outdoors or in, don't do it yourself without 3M.
Nissan Pathfinder, a new approach to four-wheel drive vehicles. Sporty and aerodynamic, the Pathfinder combines the fun and versatility of four-wheel drive with the civilized comfort of a luxury sedan. See the new Nissan Pathfinders at these Northeast Nissan dealers. Larry Hare in Williamsport, Fred Schuler Wilkes-Barre, Bradley Lawless Granton, Abeloff Nissan Stroudsburg, and Solt Motors Lehighton.
The name is Nissan.
The VinFizz has hit another snag. The VinFizz is that airplane we've been telling you about that's recreating the first transcontinental flight. The plane and its pilot made a hard landing in Del Rio, Texas earlier this week and broke both wheels. The plane has been fixed, and its pilot, James Lloyd, hopes to be in California in mid-November, 2 weeks behind schedule.
Well, I hope he's at least having good weather because, boy, we can't complain. It's been wonderful, Tom.
Karen, just a delightful day today, and boy, I was out cutting my grass. Felt great with temperatures up close to 70 in town today, but the next cold front is about 6 hours away, sorry to say. Weather Watcher reports tonight begin in Bear Creek, where Bill Cooper's has 56 degrees now under a clear sky. In Rosecrans, Alan Weaver in Clinton County checks in with 60. It's breezy out there. And Ben Landon in Canton has some wind and 58 degrees and some wispy cirrus clouds drifting by overhead. In the backyard now, we have, it's partly starry at this hour, and we have a temperature of, well, it's still mild in the back. It's still above 60, believe it or not. We have a humidity of 44%, 62 degrees, southwest wind at 10, the barometer at 30.02, and falling now ahead of this front. 69, the high this afternoon. Even got a little bit warmer than I thought. I said 65 last night. 76, the record high for the date, still stands, and we bottomed out at 39 here this morning. Only 50 for the high here a year ago. And a beautiful day to get out and enjoy some of those fall colors, as our photographer Larry Lavelle did today. Satellite sequence shows some clouds approaching Pennsylvania from the Great Lakes today and from the south up along the East Coast. And there is the latest image that we have, and some rain across the Carolinas that will miss us. It'll skirt out to sea later on tonight. A strong southwest breeze ahead of this cold front that is now entering western Pennsylvania. There are a few scattered showers with that front, but I think most of them will miss our viewing area tonight as they stay to the north. This front will push through between midnight and 3 a.m. And then look at the wind shift behind it, straight down from the north and northwest, readings out this way in the 40s under the clouds, but where the sun came out, it got into the 50s, low to mid-50s, and I think that will happen here tomorrow as the clouds dissipate and this strong high begins to build down to control our weather through Halloween. But the warm air is probably going to return over the weekend, thanks to a jet stream pattern that's going to look like this, or it should by Saturday. Cold air plunging southward across the Rockies, and a strong wave of cold air out that way is helping to force a ridge of warm air up in the east. And so I think by Saturday, this warm air is going to rush back in, and I think we'll go back into the 60s under a gusty wind on Saturday before the next front moves in, with it looks like some showers on Sunday. Cold air is on the way for later on tonight. It'll be mild this evening. Chance of a shower up along the northern counties tonight. Temperatures in the mid to upper 40s by daybreak, and the wind will be shifting to the north later on tonight. Here's the sunrise time for tomorrow morning, and that will be at 6:32. Sunsets at 5:02 tomorrow. Partly cloudy tonight, 45 in the morning, 54. Much colder tomorrow. Wear a warm jacket. Partly cloudy, but plenty of sun in the afternoon. Halloween looks good. Nice and sunny, and should be dry Friday night. Then Karen and Nolan getting back up into the 60s over the weekend.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks,
Tom. Tim Carlson is next with the Sports Watch with word of another Major League Baseball player in trouble with drugs and the law.
Plus, a very successful college baseball coach steps down.
Dear McDonald's, letters are my life, so believe me, the letters McD, L, and T don't do your scrumptious burger justice. It's not just lettuce and tomato, it's the works. Come on, spell it out. Love, Vanna White.
Whatever you say, Vanna. So call it the hot side hot, cool side cool, every delicious thing you could want on a hamburger. Or just call it McDLT, the one with the works.
Sometimes a health problem arises that seems beyond the scope of ordinary medical care. That's why Geisinger is reaching out across 28 counties in Pennsylvania, bringing you world-class specialists with state-of-the-art equipment at their fingertips. Geisinger, dedicated people giving their all, helping you gain the margin of victory.
A dangerous Lackawanna County intersection has been officially reopened to traffic tonight after being rebuilt. PennDOT crews have taken out old railroad tracks here in Peckville. The 6-week construction job eliminated the tracks and a bridge, lowering Keystone Road, which is Route 247, at Maple Street. The Blakely area project cost over $220,000. Snip.
Well, a big-time basketball coach is stepping down, right?
But it isn't really surprising news after what's happened over the past few months, Karen. The man who took the University of Maryland basketball program from losing to winning over a 17-year span resigned today. Charles Lefty Drizel stepped down as the Terrapins' head basketball coach after much pressure from the school's administration.
I make this announcement with mixed emotions because I've loved every one of my 17 years as head coach at Maryland. But it is obvious that the administration wants to make a coaching change, and I do not want to coach if I am not wanted.
Today, Drizel gave in to pressure to resign after working out an agreement with the school on job security and payment on a new contract.
There needed to be a greater commitment to the development of the young men playing in the program, and in my belief that at this time, in order to make those changes, we would require new leadership.
Drizel will now take over as the assistant athletic director at Maryland with a new 8-year contract worth almost $140,000 a year. In 17 years as Maryland head basketball coach, Drizel won 348 games while losing 159. His teams won 20 or more games 10 times in the tough Atlantic Coast Conference. He's also one of only 17 Division I coaches with at least 10 years service to win over 500 games. Just one day after the San Diego Padres got some positive press with the hiring of Larry Bowa as their new manager, there's bad news concerning one of their pitchers. Lamar Hoyt is in federal custody this afternoon after his arrest on drug charges last night. Hoyt, who's a former Cy Young Award winner, was allegedly caught trying to bring hundreds of illegal pills across the U.S.-Mexico border. This is Hoyt's third drug-related incident this year. In February, he was caught at the same border checkpoint carrying drugs, and a week later, San Diego police discovered him in possession of marijuana, cigarettes, and an illegal knife. Hoyt did enter a drug rehab clinic recently, but his performance for the Padres this season was lacking. In addition to the federal charges, Hoyt is likely to be banned from the Padres in keeping with team owner Ballard Smith's tough stand against players who use drugs. And while things were going badly in San Diego, it was fun time in Boston as hundreds of thousands of die-hard Red Sox fans came out to honor their American League champions. The rally held at City Hall Plaza in Beantown celebrated a Super Sox season despite the fact they lost the World Series to the Mets in 7 games. Several Red Sox players talked to the gathering, predicting a world championship next year. More good news about one of our local college football teams. Susquehanna University has moved up to 15th place in the latest NCAA Division III rankings. The Crusaders, who were 18th last week, made the upward move thanks to a 61-6 win over Lebanon Valley College last Saturday. Susquehanna now undefeated in 7 games this year and unbeaten in 8 games going back to last season. They've also won 10 of their last 11. A couple of more coaching changes or mentioned about coaches. Hal Lanier, the manager of the Houston Astros, was named manager of the year by the Associated Press, and Don Coryell quit as coach of the San Diego Chargers. See you later.
Okay, thanks, Tim. Coming up, Super 7 Fever.
It's the hottest ticket in town.
Look at what these people did to win $5,000 in the world's most outrageous contest from 98.5 KRZ-FM. You don't have to be outrageous to win $5,000 or hundreds of other exciting prizes from 98.5 KRZ-FM. I'm Jim Rising, and tomorrow morning at 7:35, I'll read a name picked at random from an area phone book. If it's your name, call me toll-free and you'll win $5,000. It's the world's most outrageously easy contest. If you have a name and you can tune your radio to 98.5 KRZ-FM, you can win.
To clear a little snow, an Aaron's ST2+2 Compact is your best choice. To clear a little more snow, an Aaron's 5-horse model is your best choice. And to clear even more snow, Aaron's 8-horse Deluxe model is your best choice. In fact, if one of Aaron's 17 2-stage snow throws isn't right for you, you have only one choice. Buy an Aaron snow throw before November 15th and get a free parka at these Aaron's dealers.
Finally tonight, big bucks are on the line in tonight's Super 7 drawing in the Pennsylvania Lottery, and I mean really big bucks. How does $12 million grab you? It's the highest Super 7 jackpot ever. In the game, you pick 7 numbers. The lottery picks 11. If you have 7 of the 11, you win. sounds easy enough, and apparently a lot of people are willing to take the chance, as is the Super 7 player we found today in Dunmore. The lottery people tell us their computers show that tickets are selling by a couple thousand every 3 minutes. As of 4:45 this evening, 4.2 million Super 7 tickets have been sold. If you're playing, be sure to watch WNEP TV Channel 16 at 7 tonight for the live lottery drawings.
And of course, good luck if you missed that. We'll tell you all about it tonight on The Update. That is Newswatch 16 for Wednesday.
Be sure to join us tonight on The Update when we'll tell you about the people in our area who are planning to put a bounty on an animal abuser.
For the team, thanks for being with us.
Enjoy your evening.